I was not expecting this. Hello, my fam. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer. And yesterday, I told you that former talk show host Wendy Williams had a very dramatic Monday. In what I perceived to have been a media stunt, she was taken to the hospital by ambulance after the police came to perform a wellness check on her. It also just so happened that there were reporters and paparazzi outside of her window waiting for all of this to go down. She also slipped them a note that said, "Help!" This wellness check was triggered after a woman named Gina Monterosso alerted authorities that she was concerned for Wendy's safety. Gina is the founder and president of Connect Care Advisory Group, which helps patients and caregivers navigate benefits. Remember the name Gina, all right? The good news is, as a result of everything that happened yesterday, Adult Protective Services and the NYPD are both independently investigating her guardianship. Sabrina Morrissey, the Guardian, they're coming for ya. And even better news, asterisk, we'll get to that, Wendy was taken to the hospital where she was given a psych exam. Now, I must state, it's obvious to me that Wendy's family are working with TMZ and leaking them information. And I think that's great. Her family is trying to get her free and get her help. Help that is working better than her current situation. Remember, Wendy has been under this guardianship since 2022. The guardianship which was triggered by her son misappropriating her funds. According to Wendy, she said that on the record. Her son stole from her. So her bank, Wells Fargo, went to a judge and here we are. But this guardian got a declaration after failing a previous psych exam that Wendy is, quote, cognitively impaired, permanently disabled, and legally incapacitated. She's also been diagnosed with dementia. And as a result of all of this, she's been living in an assisted care facility for seniors and stuck in the memory care unit. And Wendy's not happy with how restrictive that all is. She needs permission to leave. She claims she's barely left in months. She's not happy. And in January, she gave a few interviews. In one of them, talking on The Breakfast Club, she explicitly stated, quote, "I am not cognitively impaired, but I feel like I am in prison. I'm in this place with people who are in their 90s and their 80s and their 70s. These people, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. I am clearly not." And also, Wendy is just 60 years old. And Wendy also recently revealed that it's been well over a year and a half before a specialist has seen her to give her an assessment or treat or just a follow-up with regards to her alleged dementia. Well, according to TMZ, Wendy scored a 10 out of a 10 on a psych exam called a capacity test yesterday. She was asked 10 questions to determine if she was alert and oriented, and she answered every one correctly. Wendy was taken to Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City, where a psychiatrist spent time with her, and now the results of this capacity test will be forwarded to the judge in the guardianship case. However, she was not examined Monday to determine if she had been misdiagnosed previously. Now, let's be real, okay? This capacity test isn't the same as a thorough psychiatric evaluation. I'm sure that the bar is low. What's your name? Where do you live? What month is it? Etc., etc. Those questions, for somebody severely incapacitated, it is revealing that she scored them all correctly. But I wouldn't read too much into this. I think a thorough examination is important, but on the flip side, who cares? If she wants to be free, I think she should be. It's not like she will be on the streets alone. Her family is willing to step up and help her. And as I've said time and time again, there has to be some other arrangement where she can be looked after and her money protected as well. Aren't there estates? Isn't that what really rich people use? Is that what it's called? An estate? You know what I'm talking about, right? No, a trust. That's what I was thinking about, a trust. Can't her money be put in a trust that is administered by somebody decent and reputable that does that full time? And when, things need to be paid, like for a caregiver or whatever, they go to the trust and the trust signs off on it. But for medical decisions and, the ability to travel here or do that, her family should have that say. And her. Wendy has also shared that she is now sober and that sobriety has thoroughly helped clear her everything. Her thinking, her whole life has changed because she's not anymore. And because Wendy was drinking so heavily 3 years ago, that, according to experts, could have contributed to a false diagnosis because it's really hard to differentiate between asphyxia, frontotemporal dementia, or it being severely impacted by hardcore boozing. Additionally, and I would not say surprisingly, fresh from passing this psychiatric test yesterday at the hospital, later this week, Wendy is going to be on The View. Unfortunately, she will not be live in studio, but she is calling into the show. And Wendy will be joined on The View by Gina Lisa Monterosso. Gina, who was the same person who alerted authorities that Wendy could be in a very precarious state. Gina, who I'm pretty sure is working with Wendy's family. And while Wendy won't be there in studio, she is calling in and I'm gonna be tuning in. I think now, more than ever, I want to hear directly from her. And not just hear the words she's saying, but also how she's saying them. Because I already think she should be free. But I think if she's sharp, she needs to be free like tomorrow. Free Wendy! Free Wendy. This is only happening because of money. If Wendy were Wendy Williamson, any average Wendy, the bank would not be going to the court to have her put in a guardianship. The good news is, last month, Wendy filed to have her legal guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, removed shortly after firing her court-appointed attorney. And if Wendy is unsuccessful in being freed from the guardianship, she will be demanding a jury trial, it has been reported. So, hopefully Wendy gets what she wants. Thoughts on all of these developments? Let's get into it in the comments section. And thank you for watching. I appreciate you and your support so much.